This broadcast is presented by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Faith Regional Health Services. When you need exemplary care, have faith. And by Midwest Bank. Midwest Bank is always ready to lend a hand in the communities that they serve. Log on to MidwestBank.com to find out more.
And we are back here in Springview, Nebraska. Luke Starrow once again joined with Tyler Holcomb. This time, a big matchup here in C2 and D1 for their respective schools as both teams coming into this contest. First, the Valentine Badgers from Cherry County, Nebraska, 9-10 on the season. Again, Randy Klender, their coach, or Klender, excuse me, for the Badgers, going up against North Central, 8-9 on the year. What are the big key factors going into this game for both teams?
Yeah, for the Valentine Badgers, who come in at 9-10, as you mentioned, Luke, they average 52 points per game, but they are allowing 52 points a game, so they played a lot of close matchups. It's going to be about getting the edge in that close game. Is Isaac Cronin really going to be a guy that could potentially weigh the balance over here to the Badgers? On the other side, for the North Central Knights, 8-9 on the season, averaging 47 points per game. They are allowing 51 points per game. This is a North Central Knights team that's going to look to a guy in Jackson Halleck. Halleck, a senior, averaging 11.6 points per game, 8 rebounds, and for the Knights, he can be a big player for North Central in the low post.
And we will take a look now. Who's our key player? And you brought him up just a little bit ago. Isaac Cronin, 6'4", very good on both sides of the ball, offense and defense as well. A very key part of this Badgers team.
Just a sophomore, 13.4 points per game is what Cronin is averaging on the season. 49% in two-point field goals. He's a guy that Valentine's going to get into the low post early and often. Look for him to make an impact. He's also 37% from deep. He doesn't have a lot of attempts, but he is capable of stretching that offense for the Valentine Badgers.
And looking now on the opposite side of the court, now with the Knights, it is going to be Jackson Halleck, a very big piece of this team. Second or leading scorer, and it's just by literally a tenth of a point. 11.6 points a contest for Halleck, 8 rebounds a game. He's big on both the defensive and the offensive glass, averaging 4.5 on defense, 3.5 offensive rebounds. He's going to be a big part, especially inside for the Knights.
Yeah, you mentioned his inside offense, 53% on two-point field goals this season for the Knights. And you know how I mentioned Isaac Cronin can kind of stretch the offense at 37% from beyond the arc. Halleck is your more traditional post player. He's only attempted 7 threes on the season, so Halleck is going to be a big presence in the post for the Knights.
Again, coming into this game, we'll take a look now at our school spotlight. First for the Valentine Badgers. Love looking at a history, and of course I'm going to give you one once again. The last time the Badgers were champion, just a little bit before my era, 1923 in Class C. It wasn't one of those weird classes, scores such as 16-8 in the state championship game against Harvard, and they have not been back to the state tournament since 2004. So Valentine still looking to get some momentum heading into their season. Now for North Central, they have not made it to state as a co-op between Rock County High and Kippahaw County, but last year they made just shy of going to the district final with a 47-45 loss in sub-districts, and they reached the district final in 2022 in Class C, where they fell to Hardington Cedar Catholic, who then lost to Norfolk Catholic in the first round of the state tournament, who then lost to Humphrey Lindsay Holy Family in the I'm telling you, I'm a history buff. I love looking up stuff like this. But we got just about a minute to go, so let's take a look at our starters for both teams. First, we'll go with the Valentine Badgers. Again, Randy Klender, head coach of the 9 and 10 Badgers. We'll just go down the line. Andon Olson, a 6-foot junior, leading the team in scoring with nearly 15 points a game. Seth Vavra, the 6'1 senior. Again, Vavra, 3.5 points a game, 3 rebounds a game. One of those utility players for the Badgers. Tristan Bebout, a 5'8 freshman, and right next to him, Dominic Bebout, a 5'8 freshman, 2 freshmen starting. And then, of course, as we talked about, Isaac Cronin, the second leading scorer on the team with 13.5 points. Badgers, they got a really young team, to say the least. I mean, 2 freshmen starting, that gives you a lot of hope heading into the future.
I saw both Bebouts earlier in the season against O'Neill in the opening game of the season, and you could tell how much they were going to end up growing into being really good players, and they've already done so here in their freshman campaigns.
Now for the 8 and 9 Knights, Zach Swanson, a 5'11 junior, 9 points a game. Mason Hagan, a 6-foot senior. Jackson Halleck, a 6'3 senior, our key player going into this game. Jamison Painter, this is so fun. I love high school basketball for this. Coach Troy Graff told me this before the game. He's never started a game with the Knights, but he is a 4-year player, and he makes his debut tonight for the Knights. And then Cole Otten finishing it off, a 6-foot junior. But how cool is that? A player that's been with the program for 4 years, and he's getting a chance tonight to get his first start in his career.
Yeah, Painter, according to Max Preps, only has played 5 games this season for the Knights, but rewarded here for sticking with it and getting the start tonight here on the final game from Springview.
And we are underway here. As again, the Badgers, 1, 2, 3, 4 are the numbers. A nice block at the rim there for the Knights. And again, we'll see if this game follows the trend of last game with a lot of turnovers. Not there. A nice pluck out of the air and a finish for the Knights. Mason Hagan, the senior, picks up the first points of the contest.
Yeah, nice job, Mason Hagan, showing strong hands, getting that ball, not allowing the turnover, and then finishing under the hoop.
Nice deflection by Painter down low. And back up top now as it's going to be Dominic Bebout. Driving in isolation, shift from the defense. Short little jumper up and no good. A one-handed rebound there from Swanson.
Right, you see a 2-3 zone here from Valentine early.
Cross-court pass, short corner dump. Back out, three-pointer on the way. Short and no good. That was Mason Hagan trying to pick up first 5 points of the game for the Knights. Transition, layup up and no good. Rebounded, up and good. Dominic Bebout. He missed that first layup, able to find the ball once again. Finish on the second one, tie this game up at 2.
Nice job by Bebout, sticking with it, getting the strong layup underneath.
And a steal here on the end. One-handed finish, great stride there from Olson. Andon Olson able to finish that to give the Badgers their first lead of the contest.
And after we saw Dominic Bebout score underneath, Tristan Bebout getting the steal and getting the run out to Andon Olson.
Valentine very much high pressure defense, forces you into those mistakes. Driving on the baseline, kick out for 3, on the way, long by Swanson, no good. Offensive rebound. It looks like we're going to get a foul called. That's a nice board there from Mason Hagan. He had the first 2 points of the contest for the Knights. Now 4-2 lead for the Badgers as the Knights will take it out underneath.
Just a 10% shooter from deep is Zach Swanson, but he was wide open on that attempt.
Mason Hagan, he was open on that one, and he connects on the three-pointer. That makes it 5-4. All 5 points going to Mason Hagan here in the first quarter. As now the Badgers just took the lead a little bit ago. Kick it out to Vavra. Vavra looking down low. Double team there. He'll take the 3, and he'll cash it. Seth Vavra, the senior, able to pick up a big three-pointer there as the Badgers retake the lead. Almost a travel there from Kean Fisher. He checked in to the contest. Layup, up, long, no good. Fight for the board, and it goes the Badgers' way. Isaac Cronin corrals it.
Really nice take there from North Central. Just couldn't get the finish.
Strong take there from Andon Olson as he now has 4 for the Badgers as that extends their lead 9-5 now. Breaking the press, driving inside, off, tough finish, and that one is good. Zach Swanson, the junior, first player not named Mason Hagan to get on the score sheet as he has 2. Looks like we got a foul called on the Knights. Zach Swanson will be charged with that foul. 9-7 lead here for the Badgers. And our first quarter, as the Badgers take it out underneath, brought to you by John Henry's, our family serving yours. 4:44 left to go here, 9-7 lead in the first quarter, going to the Badgers. So again, the ball's been spread around well, points have been spread around well. Dominic Bebout, Seth Favre, and Andon Olson all on the score sheet.
Looks like a 3-2 defense here from the Knights.
A nice pass. Up, layup, no good there from Vavra. Kick out, 3, Cronin, long. And the defensive board will go to the big man, Jackson Halleck, down low. Kick out, 3, on the way, in and nearly out, but a 3, Mason Hagan with 8.
Hagan, a quick start, 2 of 3 already from 3. As you mentioned, 8 points now in this first quarter.
8 of the 10 for the Knights. Driving inside now is Olson, layup up, and it looks like a foul is going to be called. 2 shots on the way for Andon Olson. As again, a 10-9 lead for the Knights.
Quick start for both squads offensively, as it's been a big emphasis on attacking the basket for both Valentine and for North Central. And this time you see Andon Olson attract the foul as he misses on the first free throw attempt. He's 64% from the line on the season.
2 fouls now on Zach Swanson. Zollner in this broadcast brought to you by Zollner Ford Lincoln. Proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer, meeting your sales, service, and part needs. A 10-9 lead for the Knights. North Central here in Springview. Turnover on the way. This one dumped down low. Trying to block that one was Trey Anthony, but a good finish from Dominic Bebout as he now has 4 points for the Badgers. It's full court press. Oh, a nice pass there up to Cole Otten, but miscommunication between him and Trey Anthony as Anthony started to cut to the opposite block, and that's when the pass was made by Otten. So just an 11-10 lead still for the Knights, 3:30 left to go.
Real opportunity now for Valentine to potentially extend this lead as they have that 1-point advantage.
Screen, kick out, 3, no good on that one. That was Dominic Bebout, rebounded by the Knights.
Bebout, almost a 30% shooter from deep, misses on the first attempt.
Blocked by Cronin. Transition chance, dump out, up top, 3, on the way, bang! Lex Larson gets the 3 to go. The senior off of the bench gets the 3 for the Badgers as it extends their lead now to 4, 14-10. Free throw line jumper, no good. Long on that one. A fight for the board, and it goes to Isaac Cronin.
A lot of quick activity right now from both offenses. They're not wasting a lot of time on these offensive possessions.
Nice spin move, up and good from Andon Olson as he now has 6 points on his night. And the Badgers are coming out fighting here, 2-17 with a 16-10 lead.
This is a Badgers offense averaging 52 points per game, already 16 in the first.
We've seen a lot of threes from both teams here early on. Kick out to Fisher. Fisher down low, finds Halleck. Halleck up, maybe some contact. Anthony blocked once again by Cronin. That's a second block and short. Down low, power layup up and good. Andon Olson gets the finish to go. As Olson now with 8 points for the Badgers.
Olson 46% on 2-point field goals this season. You see the aggressiveness on his drives and how confident he is as he gets a steal.
3-on-1 chance here. Olson down low, beautiful passing. A nice pass from Dominic Bebout as he found his teammate there, Tristan, for the finish. And a travel is called as it started to unravel a little bit here for the Knights as the Badgers have now built a 10-point lead, 20-10.
We talked about the chemistry in the girls' game. All the Lewis sisters playing on the floor for the North Central Lady Knights. You have two freshmen, twin brothers in Tristan and Dominic Bebout, and you see their connection in that transition off the steal.
Kick out on the left wing, dribbled as it in. Wide open for three, in and in, and out and in. We've seen it a couple times. Dominic Bebout cashes that three. He has 7 now, and it's built a double-digit 13-point lead as the Knights try to get their offense going here. The high pressure deflected out of bounds. Seth Vavra stays with the Knights, but this pressure has really gotten to the Knights here on these last few possessions.
It really has, and that they've extended that 2-3 zone, have the Badgers, and it's really causing some difficulties right now for this Knights offense.
Dump down low. Hunter Craven, first time we've called his name tonight. Fisher, top of the key. 3 on the way. Another 3 by the Knights. No good. Tipped up and right into the hands of Caden Stankowski. Kicks it out. Right wing look for Larson. He cashed a 3 earlier. Holds up 1, 2, 3. 6 points for Larson, all on 3-pointers. 6 points off the bench for the senior.
Averaging 5.5 points per game. He already has that average and one more here in the first.
Long on that shot was Anthony. Rebounded. 15 seconds left. Behind the back. Euro step layup up and good. Nothing seems to be going wrong for the Badgers now as Dominic Bebout has 9 points. 4 seconds left. Hagan gets it across the court, puts up the shot. No good on that one. 28 points in that first quarter for the Badgers. Quick first quarter as they take the lead over the North Central Knights, 28-10. We'll be heading into the second quarter here when we come back on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Circle K Motors. See all they have to offer at CircleKMotors.com. Humdinger Boots. From the backcountry to the backyard, visit HumdingerBoots.com. And by Scott's Place. Full-service fuel and convenience store in Bassett.
An explosive first quarter for the Badgers. Seth Vavra drilling a 3. Right after him, it was Lex Larson hitting 3. He had 2 in that first quarter. And then Dominic Bebout cashing in on the 3-pointer. That was 3 3-pointers in that first quarter alone. A 28-point first quarter for the Badgers gives them an 18-point lead. And after those highlights that we saw, Zach Swanson is on the line. As the basket did go in, and they are going to say that was a made shot there. Fight for the offensive rebound for Swanson. Able to get up, and yep, that was clearly right in the same motion of him in shooting. So Zach Swanson gets the 3-point play for the Knights, and maybe that's a little bit of momentum for the Knights as they found themselves down by 18, now just 15.
Yeah, good start there in this second quarter for North Central. Zach Swanson going up strong and forcing the foul, getting the traditional 3-point play.
And if you're the Knights right now, you have to say the 3-pointers, long 2 there, but still a 2 from Caden Stankowski. But again, if you're the Knights, those 3-pointers are going to go in, right? And you're not going to miss a lot of them, but you can't commit turnovers like that, and you just got to start being a little bit more efficient on the offensive end. And we'll see if they are able to do that. They have a chance here. Transition, Kean Fisher blocked by Andon Olson. 8 points for Olson, and then a foul's called on the Knights. 8 points for him. He comes up with the steal there after that block. Look at this block with Fisher. That's crazy. He was going to take the charge and then immediately was able to get his hands up and block that one. That was beautiful defense there.
Yeah, on both accounts, as Andon Olson was going to take the charge, as you mentioned, Luke, but notices an opportunity to get the block, gets the block, secures the rebound, and gives Valentine possession.
Isaac Cronin gets it down low. Looked like he might have gotten tangled up there, but nonetheless goes out of bounds, and that will go the Knights' way. 17-point lead now for the Badgers. What do you think the Knights are going to need to do in this second quarter? You're not trying to score all 17, but just cut into the lead as much as you can.
Well, first off, the defense needs to slow down Valentine from the perimeter. Badgers go 4 of 6 from deep in that first quarter.
It looks like we got a foul called there. Tristan Bebout on the cutting Colt Otten there. And the Knights led by Coach Troy Graff. And we'll see what he has dialed up for the Knights here in the second quarter. 6:36 left to go. We'll see what offense we can get. Wide open from the free throw line, right, no good. A fight for the offensive rebound. A little bit of a tussle there, and it looks like it was last touched by the Badgers, and it'll go the Knights' way.
Nice job by Jackson Halleck keeping possession there for North Central.
Aggressive plays here, both of them going for that ball. As a coach running into our cameraman down there nonetheless, but again, aggressiveness, that's what you like to see from both teams. Every possession matters. Because of something like that, a big three on the way there for Mason Hagan. But again, those possessions matter, and because they can turn into points just like that. Mason Hagan with 10 already. 3 on the way, answering him back is Andon Olsen.
And the Badgers stay hot from deep as they've now made 5 of their first 7 attempts from the perimeter.
Nearly thrown away there on the sideline. Good defensive possession. Oh my goodness, Andon Olsen picks that one off out of the air, falling out of bounds, able to throw it to a teammate. Looks like we're going to get a foul called here on the Knights. Our 33-16 here in the second quarter, brought to you by O Street Carpet, supported by Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet. 33-16, inbound into the corner. Down low to Vavra. He kicks it out. Up top, we'll see if these threes keep going. That ball sprung out there. Jackson Halleck tipped that one away from Andon Olsen. Olsen with 11 points. I mean, you nearly have you've got 6 scorers so far for the Badgers in this game. If you have anything to say, you just got to say, guys, let's just keep scoring like this. Because when you're shooting as well as they are, you're not going to lose many games.
They're coming off a big win against the Stewart Broncos, and another 3 for Andon Olsen.
Another 3 from Andon Olsen. This kid has 14, nearly half of the points for the Badgers, and most of them off of threes.
This is a Badgers team that shoots 29% from deep, and they have been extremely efficient here in this first half, have the Badgers against North Central defense.
Again, I mean, jab step, they're kind of playing off him, and with how the Badgers are shooting, you'd like to see get up in their face.
Yeah.
And again, it doesn't have to be much, just a little bit of a hand up, make the shot difficult as you can be, but at some point you have to wonder, when are the Badgers going to miss? They haven't missed almost any shots, and they get a steal here. Transition, layup, up and good. Dominic Bebout, he has 10 now.
Dominic Bebout, activity from this Badgers defense. He has 11 now here in this first half.
3 on the way, long by Otten, no good. Fight for the offensive and defensive rebound, ends in a jump ball, and the possession arrow will go to the Badgers. We've already got 2 Badgers, as again, Dominic Bebout, one of them in double digits, and we are just in the first half of the second quarter, so there's still plenty of time.
And to that point, North Central has plenty of time to make a run of their own. They just have to play better defense around the perimeter right now against a hot Valentine shooting team.
And that's how you do it. Whenever they try those entries inside, because that can set up that triangle passing, high entry or high post entry, swing it to the opposite wing. If you take out that first pass, you're able to kind of recover as a defense a little bit. 4:21 left to go. 38-16. On the wing now is Vavra. Vavra to John Gibson. Now on the right wing is Bebout. He drives, kicks it. Left wing, 3 on the way. Badgers miss one, and it's a rare miss for the Badgers, but now the Knights. We'll see what they can do here on the offensive side of the ball, but a turnover there as went through the hands of Jackson Halleck.
Big reason why the Badgers are getting those open looks, especially with as hot as they've been. They're attacking the 2-3 zone and forcing the defense to collapse, allowing these perimeter shots to come open.
We'll see how aggressive the Knights get. Cronin, driving baseline. Nice double team. Back up top. Now a right wing look. 3 by Larson. Off the mark there. Might have gotten tipped after the shot. Rebounded by the Knights. Driving. Swanson out. 3 at the top of the key. Long. The Knights just can't get the threes flowing here. And a transition layup up and good. As Bebout able to get that one to go. 13 now for Bebout. 40-16 lead for the Badgers over the Knights. 3:23 left to go in the second. We'll be right back here on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Back here, 40-16 lead for the Badgers. Stay tuned for our halftime show brought to you by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health is their top priority. 3-pointers. The Badgers have not missed many. I mean, to say the least. It's been a very high-powered first half for the Badgers. 40-16 lead now. And on the flip side, the Knights, offensively, they really haven't created that many looks, especially on the inside. They've really been settling for threes, and there you go, a nice finish inside the paint. It's time for Jackson Halleck as he joins the scorer's sheet. But again, we'll see what the Knights are able to do with 3 minutes left. See if they can cut this deficit to the 15 to 10 point region.
Yeah, and you like what Jackson Halleck did there, as you mentioned, just attacking the basket.
What a split of a double team there from Andon Olson. 16 points now for Olson. 42-18 lead. Ball tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Badgers will stay with the Knights. And as well as our halftime show, we will also have our halftime highlights brought to you by Sartor Heyman. Stay tuned for those, as Sartor Heyman will help make your jewelry dreams come true. High post entry here, foul called. Nearly a steal there from Andon Olson as the entry was trying to find Hunter Craven, but 6'2 senior was fouled on the play, so they'll take it out underneath.
I think they're going to get John Gibson from behind. Was trying to get into the passing lane, but called for the push.
2:29 left to go here in this first half. 42-18 lead. Inbounding in now for the Knights is Swanson. Tipped on the inbound, stolen by Dominic Bebout. Bebout driving inside, now takes it out. Cronin into the corner for Larson. I thought he was going to shoot that one, but nonetheless, deflects out of bounds. As Andon Olson couldn't quite get the handle on that pass. Again, Larson was open as Olson was calling for it in the paint, but Craven was able to get a tip on that one. Sent it out of bounds, last touch by Olson.
Give credit to Mason Hagan closing out on Larson and forcing him to second guess that attempt.
Again, Larson did hit 2 3-pointers in that first quarter. It's the Knights, nearly another turnover there. Still in the backcourt, Swanson crossing the timeline. We'll see if the Knights are able to cut into this deficit. It's 42-18, 2 minutes left in this first half. Entry, nice pass, but another block. Defensive side, they've come up with 4 blocks now, have the Badgers. 1:50 left to go here in this first half.
Now another opportunity to extend that lead for Valentine.
Three-pointer on the way by Bebout, and he cashes in. What a clinic of three-pointers have the Badgers had tonight.
70% here in this first half. They're 7 of 10.
It's amazing. Dominique Bebout now with 16 points. Shot up and no good. Rebounded by Cronin. Bebout driving inside. Short corner look now for Stankowski. Now a three on the way. Almost a heat check three there from Bebout. That one misses. Rebounded by the Knights. Just above 60 seconds left to go here in the first half. 45-18 lead. So we'll see. Open three here on the way. Long by Halleck. No good. In transition, Bebout driving in. Kicks it to Olsen. Olsen's layup up and good. 47-18 now. Running out of space for Olsen as that makes it now 18 points for Olsen.
North Central just has not had an answer for Andon Olsen, and of course this three-point shooting from the Badgers.
Another block, this time by Larson, but the Knights are able to steal it back. Driving inside is Swanson. Gets the jump up and one for Zach Swanson. 7 points for the junior, and he'll go to the line to add and try and complete the three-point play. Nice finish there, up and above Cronin. That foul was called on Cronin. And the three-point play is completed by Swanson. He now has 8 points. 25 seconds left to go here in this first half.
Yeah, nice job by Zach Swanson driving that right baseline, working the pump fake and forcing Cronin into the air, drawing the foul and finishing with a three-point play.
Just 20 seconds when Bebout crosses the timeline. Olsen's going to hold it, then kicks it back up top, right around the half-court circle. Just 10 seconds left. Setting up a play here, coming off the backside. No, Cronin out. Pump fake. Top of the key for Larson. His three, short and no good, and that'll do it for this first half. 47-21 lead for the Badgers as they head into halftime. Lots of three-pointers, lots to talk about from that first half, and we will talk about it after this short break here. 47-21 lead for the Badgers over the Knights on News Channel Nebraska.
Pre-game show is brought to you by Custom Sports. The halftime report on NCN is sponsored by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health matters.
It's not about the hours, it's not about the acres. It's about the legacy, passed from one generation to the next. At Madison County Bank, we see your farming operation as a legacy, as a successful business, as a crucial part of the world's well-being. For over 130 years, Madison County Bank has stood beside farmers and ranchers in Northeast Nebraska. We have been and always will be here to help you grow. Madison County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Outback Screen Printing and Embroidery, proud supporters of the Valentine Badgers. And by Wrenched Tire and Auto. For all kinds of automotive repairs and exhaust work, stop in at Wrenched Tire and Auto in Valentine.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Stop by your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. USAFE Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, meeting your sales, service, and parts needs.
Hi, I'm Jake. I grew up with a great relationship with God. After high school, I became selfish and put my own desires before God. I struggled with alcohol and lust, and the devil had a tight grip on me. My life was full of darkness, and I was on the verge of losing my family. Thankfully, I chose God as my higher power, and through treatment, amended my relationship with God and my family. If you are struggling, contact your local pastor or priest, or call 402-379-2030.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Region 4 Behavioral Health, affordable, accessible, quality mental health and substance abuse services. And by Tony's Tire and Auto. For 24-hour wrecker service, call Tony's Tire and Auto in Valentine today.
Salas weaving in, weaving out, and skying for...
Hey sports fans, looking for a convenient pit stop before or after the game? Look no further than Good to Go convenience stores. We're here to keep you going. Fuel up your tank with a refreshing drink and grab one more snack for the road. Good to Go, your winning play for game day.
And hey, I can dunk it too.
Good to Go convenience stores. Fuel up for the game locations in Lincoln, York, Geneva, Bruning, and Hebron.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. And by Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life.
When it comes to you and your family's health, you deserve the best. At Faith Regional Physician Services, we're proud to have over 125 providers that come highly recommended by their previous patients. Don't just take our word for it, though. Trust the over 500 verified patients who left 5-star reviews in just the last year. Our team of surgeons and specialists have years of training and expertise to ensure you receive compassionate, exceptional care that exceeds your expectations every time. Whether you receive care in Norfolk or one of the over 20 other communities across Nebraska that our providers see patients, we are committed to delivering unparalleled care at a place that is convenient for you. When you choose our providers, you can feel confident that your health and wellness are their top priority. Faith Regional Physician Services. Experience the faith difference.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Circle K Motors. See all they have to offer at CircleKMotors.com. Humdinger Boots. From the backcountry to the backyard, visit HumdingerBoots.com. And by Scott's Place. Full-service fuel and convenience store in Bassett.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
The Halftime Report on NCN is sponsored by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health matters.
And just behind Isaac Cronin there, we can see the welcome to Kippahaw County, and that's where we're at. And it's been a three-point show, to say the least. Both of these teams changing threes up and around the basketball court, 10 combined threes between them. So let's go ahead and take a look at our halftime highlights. A deep three started us off here for the Knights. Mason Hagan, he has 11 so far in this first half, and it wasn't just him. Well, it might have been just him. Back-to-back highlights in a row for Hagan. Again, 11 for him. Now on the other end for the Badgers, it was Lex Larson. He went 2 for 2 early in that first half. For the Badgers, three-pointer, Dominic Bebout as well, 16 points in that first half, and he had a couple threes as well. Oh, what's this? It's another three-pointer. Who would have thought it? As a deep three, nice finish there from Mason Hagan. And then, of course, another three-pointer, this one courtesy of Andon Olson. Now, not completely not joking here, Andon Olson has 18 in this first half.
Yeah.
Talk about him. I mean, he's really exploded. Not the only double-digit scorer, but again, he's hit threes, he's driven the ball well, and he's found his spots on the floor that have really worked well for him.
These are unofficial statistics, but I have him right now 8 of 8 from the floor. He's hit 2 for 2 from deep and 6 for 6 on two-point field goals. Andon Olson, in no better way of saying it, is hot.
He is. I mean, you couldn't perfect. He's been perfect tonight. Like, to our stats, he has literally been perfect tonight. He hasn't missed a shot. Now on the other side, let's go with the North Central Knights. We saw a couple highlights there. Mason Hagan 11 points on the contest so far, 2 threes in that first half, 8 points from Zach Swanson, but it's only one other player, Jackson Hollick, getting those 2 points. What do you think the Knights are going to need to do in this second half to really get some momentum, down 26?
You know, they were just 5 of 17 in that first half and 2-point field goals. I think they need to get Halleck going a little bit more. Only 3 attempts offensively in that first half for Jackson Halleck. He is the team's leading scorer at 11.6 points per game. Get him some more opportunities in the low post, and I think the rest of the offense will come around here for the Knights.
It's been a very, very good start to the first half for the Badgers. Let's see if the Knights are going to have a similar first or second half to what the Badgers' first half was. 47-21. We'll be right back here with the second half of action from Springview, Nebraska on News Channel Nebraska.
The halftime report on NCN is sponsored by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health matters.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Third quarter of action here brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain and not just the symptoms. 47-21 lead here for the Badgers. Luke Stera alongside Tyler Holcomb. We're halfway done here in the Valentine versus North Central game. 47-21, 3 on the way by Mason Hagan, no good. He had 11 in that first half. See if the Badgers have cooled off at all since that first half. 19-27 from the field so far in this contest. 3 on the way. That one is long and no good. 7-12 in that first half. Now 7 of 13. Now the Knights, maybe this is a chance for them to slowly get their way back into this game.
Knights, again, as we said at halftime, I think try getting it down low. Look to Jackson Halleck, and there you go.
Perfect from Zach Swanson. 2 points there. He now joins the double digits. 10 points for Zach Swanson. The Badgers now 47-23. There's a defensive effort and a rip steal there from Mason Hagan. Finds Fisher. Fisher dumps it down low to Halleck. Halleck up and one. There's a spark for the Knights as Jackson Halleck gets his 4th point of the night, and he'll go to the line to try and complete the 3-point play. So you can see a nice pass from Fisher. Down low, able to beat Cronin there. A little bit of emotion there. Maybe that'll be some of that emotion that the Knights need to cut this lead. Long on the free throw, no good, and that one is corralled by Vavra.
And now the Badgers, who have had such a good first half, they've turned it over twice here in their first 2 possessions.
2 straight turnovers up, no good. Good defense from the Badgers. Kick out, Fisher, pump fake, takes the mid-range, short on that one, and Cronin's going to grab the rebound, and they're going to get Halleck with the foul. That will be, I believe, his 2nd foul of the contest. 1st foul of the contest. Again, Coach Troy Graff probably telling his team at halftime, let's get out of that first half. Mindset switch, and they forced 2 turnovers on the defensive side. And Now it'll be 3 turnovers on the defensive side. Swanson, righty layup, couldn't take the time to gather himself there, went quick on that one. So that will be a rebound for the Badgers.
Badgers out to a little bit of a slower start here in this second half, kind of to the relief of North Central.
Yes, they have kind of cooled off here. We'll see if the high-powered shooting continues. Halleck staying down, caused that split the defense pass there, but picked off by Hagan. 47-25, 5.5, 3 on the way. And there you go, that cuts it to 19, a three-pointer by Cole Otten, his first points of the game, and that is going to get a timeout called for the Badgers. 47-28, 5:25 left to go in this third quarter. We'll be right back here on News Channel Nebraska.
Fields, farms, communities. That's Farmers Pride. Our purpose is simple. We help farmers feed the world. We bring value to our communities by investing in what matters to people, because we are from here, work here, and live here. We believe in cooperatives, locally owned, locally operated, and locally controlled. In the field, on your farm, in your community. That's Farmers Pride.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Outback Screen Printing and Embroidery, proud supporters of the Valentine Badgers. And by Wrenched Tire and Auto. For all kinds of automotive repairs and exhaust work, stop in at Wrenched Tire and Auto in Valentine.
Back here, 47-28 lead for the Badgers. Broadcast brought to you by, in part, to Zollner Ford in Lincoln. 47-28 lead for the Badgers. Coming out of that timeout, the Knights have trimmed it to a 19-point lead. Badgers have kind of cooled off here, courtesy of some of those turnovers that the Knights have caused. They've been really active, deflecting the ball whenever they get a chance to.
Badgers have only attempted 1 shot so far here in this second half, as North Central on that 7-0 run.
3 on the way, long, no good. Offensive rebound, put up, Olsen, no good. Tipped up in the air. Swanson in transition, takes the contact up and no good. Rebounded by Halleck, up and his second and one of the contest. Jackson Halleck coming alive here, now has 4 points. In this second half, a nice up foul by the senior Vavra, because that will give a little bit of life for these Knights. Just down by 17 now, and this is what they need. They need this little run in this third quarter and taking advantage of the Badgers not being able to hit shots.
Yeah, absolutely. As again, Valentine haven't really had a lot of opportunities to shoot the basketball here in this second half. The turnovers have really hurt them so far here in the third quarter.
Active on the defensive side, can't get that one. Get a deflection there. Knights have been playing with some life here. Ball out of bounds, losing control of it was Olsen. I'll keep in mind the Badgers have not scored here in this second. The 47-21 was the score at half. They haven't scored almost 4 minutes of play.
And North Central's come out with their hair on fire defensively, and that's what you got to do to get yourself back into this one.
Deflection out of bounds. We'll stay with the with the Knights, excuse me. But you got to say, I mean, the Knights, Badgers can't really get anything going offensively right now. So again, head coach Randy Klender of the Valentine Badgers, but the Knights have done a really good job. I don't know what it looks like they just got a shot of energy out of halftime.
Yeah, and defense can always lead to offense, and that's what we've seen so far here in this third quarter for the Knights. Again, a 9-0 run.
Fisher drives it down low. Tangled up, jump ball called. Possession arrow goes to the Badgers, and it looks like for the Badgers, Cronin off of that rip there, kind of feeling his elbow a little bit. It's him and Halleck, both have really been aggressive on those loose ball situations.
Another opportunity offensively for the Badgers to really find what they had in that first half.
Olsen getting hounded here by Fisher. Passes it up. Back to Olsen. Back up top of the key. Bebout taking a couple dribbles. It's in the back of the mind now for the Badgers, is those deflections that could happen. 3:14 in this third quarter. We'll see. 3 on the way by Olsen. 21 points for Olsen here in this contest. And that was a big 3. That gets their first points of the second half. And the shot looked like it got blocked there by Cronin. Off of the miss by Halleck. Olsen driving inside. And it'll be Dominic Bebout. Kicking it to Tristan.
I like what the Badgers are doing here, slowing it down a little bit, getting themselves more composed here on this offensive side, finding that open shot like what they did in that first half.
They get a chance here. Shot up and good. Open shot is what Tyler said. An open shot is what Dominic Bebout was able to hit there. 53-30 lead.
Bebout 50% from deep, 3 of 6.
That one cashed in there, courtesy of Mason Hagan, as he now has 13 points for the Knights. 2:07 left in this third quarter, 53-32. And the Badgers, again, I said it, I alluded to it earlier. There's not many teams you're going to beat who are shooting as well as the Badgers had tonight.
Yeah, 19 of 27 in that first half. That's video game numbers.
And Lex Larson able to get that one up. We'll go to the line for 2 free throws. That foul is called on Jackson Halleck. Again, he went up there, missed it. A tip there, nice tip from Olsen. Again, a little bit of a tough foul there for Larson. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Larson with 6 points here. Can't cash in on that first free throw. 53-32 lead. 1:43 in this third quarter.
Larson, one of the better free throw shooters for this Badger squad, who as a team shoot 57% from the charity stripe, but they're 0 for 3 on the night right now.
And misses the second one, but an offensive rebound gives them new life in this possession. Bebout driving in, finds an open Olsen, and Olsen now with 23 points on the night for the junior. He's lit up this gym with threes, but he finishes there with a layup.
7 of 8 from 2-point land here for Andon Olsen on the night.
And Larson frustrated with himself. I don't know with himself necessarily, or just didn't like the call, but nonetheless foul called on Larson there. That'll be his second foul of this game. Fisher gets the inbound, dribbles it in, and that one's thrown right to Bebout. Tristan Bebout up, can't get that one to go, but he was fouled on the play. So Tristan Bebout will go to the line. 2 points in that first half for Bebout.
Yeah, Kean Fisher, just a little bit too much contact there going up for the block, and that will send Tristan Bebout to the line. Has struggled at the charity stripe, just a 36% free throw shooter.
In and out on that first one.
And get this, the Badgers, as hot as they were offensively in that first half, they're 0 for 5 from the charity stripe.
Yeah, in a game like this, again, it's 55-32. We'll see if the Knights are able to put some pressure on them. We saw them in this third quarter do that when it got to as low as 17. But again, you want to make those free throws. It's that fundamental part of basketball. And it looks like stepped on the line. Ball will go to the Badgers here.
Yeah, and you kind of said it best, Luke. It was a good start for North Central. They go on that 9-0 run, make it a 7-point game. But after that, you see Valentine kind of get that momentum back here offensively, currently leading by 24 points.
Larson trying to find Bebout underneath, can't, but Tristan's able to grab that one off of the backboard. Olsen, oh my goodness, another three-pointer for Olsen.
He can't miss. 4 of 4 from deep here tonight, as Olsen has only missed one attempt all night long.
59-32 lead now, 32 seconds left in this third quarter. We'll be heading to the fourth corner here shortly. Hunter Craven puts up the layup, no good. Offensive rebound, foul called, and that will send Mason Hagan to the free throw line.
Nice job there for Mason Hagan, staying with it, getting his 6th board of the night. As, yes, you see Craven miss on the attempt, but Hagan right there getting the rebound and then going up strong, forcing the foul.
And the free throw up and no good on that one. As Larson, after committing the foul, will head to the bench here. John Gibson in his place. Second free throw up and no good. 20 seconds left to go here in this third quarter, 59-32.
Those were just opportunities for North Central, loss for Mason Hagan. Knights right now just 2 of 6 from the free throw line.
Long rebound, 4 seconds left. Olsen, deep three. Short on that one, a rare miss from Olsen. And that will take us into the fourth quarter of play, 59-32 lead for the Badgers. We will get you the fourth quarter of action here, but we'll take a short break here on News Channel Nebraska.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Stop by your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. USafe Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, meeting your sales, service, and parts needs.
And we are back here. 59-32 lead for the Badgers. The visiting Valentine Badgers fans, lots to cheer about as we enter our fourth quarter of play. That fourth quarter is brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org. Foul is called on the play on that dribble drive by Jackson Halleck. As Seth Vavra, just a little too much contact there. Nice drive there, baseline drive from Halleck as he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. That'll be
Halleck now 0 for 3 from the charity stripe here tonight. But he did like the attack from Jackson Halleck on that one.
Second free throw, way off on that one. As that will be the Badgers basketball as they'll blow it dead. Didn't make contact with the rim. 59-32 lead for the Badgers. 7:44 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Again, 27-point deficit for the Knights to try and get out of here. And Olsen, man with the basketball. He was the one that's really been a menace for the Knights. As a foul called once again on the Badgers. So I believe that'll be called on Seth Vavra. That'll be his 4th foul. Yeah, he just ran into the back of Zach Swanson. Vavra will go to the bench with those 4 fouls. Lex Larson.
If the Badgers can hold on to this lead and get the win, be their 10th win of the season, they'd move to 500 at 10-10, and they'd extend that win streak to 2.
Short on that 3 was Cole Otten, rebounded by the Badgers. 7:07 left to go here. Andon Olsen kicks it opposite wing to Bebout. Bebout has had a few points here in this contest, and by a few, I mean double digits. Olsen 3 on the way, in and out. Couple tips around. And it ends up in the hands of Zach Swanson. Again, now looking ahead for both teams as a foul is called here. We will have our Coach's post-game interview, that being brought to you by Sarpy County Tourism. Stay tuned after the game for that post-game interview. But again, both teams, again, you want to make sure you're getting hot at the right times. Valentine, with the win tonight, which for all intents and purposes, looks like it might end up going in their favor. They'll move to 10-10 on the season. North Central will move to 8-9 on the season, snap a 2-game win streak. And that will, who do they have left basically? Well, North Central has Ainsworth coming up. That's a postponement. Of course, Carter Nelson, very good player, 13-6 Ainsworth. That one in Ainsworth on the 12th. And then to round off their season, they finish with Stewart. So if this result holds, you have a chance to end the season at 500. And now for the Badgers, they will move to 500, have a chance with a winning record as they take on C2 Gordon Rushville. Nice three up and in from Fisher, as that'll be his first points of the contest. But both teams, there's a lot to take away, and I think for both teams, it may be their own separate things to take away. But heading into the latter stages of this season, how important is it to either make sure you continue momentum or try and put the last game out of the back of your mind and heading on to the next one?
Yeah, I think when you win, you want to look back at what worked, and when you lose, you want to kind of just scrap it and move on to the next one and hope that you can play a better game the next time out. North Central, as you mentioned, Ainsworth on Monday. They'll be going up against Trey Appelt, also Carter Nelson, Tragan McNally, so a very talented Ainsworth Bulldog squad. On the other side for the Badgers, they take on 0-16 Gordon Rushville, so a real opportunity to finish with some momentum there.
It's a missed free throw there. 59-36 lead for the Badgers. As the Badgers look to go 2-0 here. Earlier we had the girls winning a three on the way, and that one is good by Isaac Cronin. 39-36 win for the Lady Badgers over the Lady Knights. And the Badgers boys team is looking to do the same with a 62-36 lead with just 5 minutes to go.
And Isaac Cronin was our highlight player at the beginning of this game. That was his first points of the night. He had the three-pointer. He'd only attempted 2 shots coming into that attempt.
Nice drive there from Kean Fisher. So he'll finish that one and have 5 points now for the freshman.
A talented freshman for North Central. 6.7 points per game is what Fisher is averaging.
Tristan Bebout now joining the three-point competition as he gets that one to go, his 5th point of the night. Have you seen a team shoot the three this well? I mean, you really have to look back a little bit before you find a team that has shot the three ball this well, like the Badgers have tonight.
I could go back to last Tuesday as I saw Alyssa Brabetz from St. Mary's go 11 of 15 from deep. Not only did she break the school record for most made threes in a game, she broke the scoring record and she tied the state record for threes made in a single game. So I have seen a pretty impressive scoring performance just this last Tuesday from St. Mary's Alyssa Brabetz. But yeah, when you look at the overall team, Valentine is shooting as well as I've seen any team all season long.
Yeah, you've had a couple exciting games when it comes to the three-pointers in the past week. But the Badgers have just shot the ball so well tonight. Foul called down low, as that will send the Badgers to the free throw line, specifically Isaac Cronin. Just 4 minutes left to go here in this contest. 65-38 lead for the Badgers. Isaac Cronin, 4 points now in the contest.
He's been a little quiet in comparison to his season average, but with the explosive scoring that we've seen from everyone else, it's no real surprise that someone has to be the guy that's not putting up all the points.
Cross-court pass here, deep three on the way, no good. Rebounded by the Badgers. Now on the left wing will stand Caden Stankowski. Olsen kicks it to the opposite wing. Larson, Cronin, 3 on the way. No good on that one. Rebounded initially by Craven. But loose ball. Last touch by the Badgers. As Isaac Cronin will check out of the game. Couple Badgers in now. John Gibson being one of them, as well as Duncan Mosner, the freshman. First time we've called his name tonight. And Olsen, as he takes a seat on the bench. What a great performance from Olsen tonight.
Yeah, and Olsen going to the bench, and 26 points for the talented junior. It was an impressive performance for him and his Badger squad.
So loose ball here on the floor. Looks like we're going to get a jump ball called. There he is, Olsen, as you said, with 26 points, 18 of those in the first half, and a lot of those on the three-point line. He's done a great job. Even when he's not necessarily been open, he's just made the shot. And at that point, it's just a good basketball player making a good play.
Yeah, they always say good offense usually beats good defense, and we've seen that from Annan Olsen tonight. Turnover there from the Badgers as some of those substitutions continue to trickle in. Zach Swanson checking out.
That's Swanson out, as you said. Brant Lazat now in the contest for the Knights, the freshman. And a turnover here for the Knights. Driving inside, Larson, nice pass to the opposite side, out of bounds. Trying to find Traven Fletcher there on the opposite block.
Nice job by the Knights in transition defense. Valentine had a 4-on-2 advantage, but the Knights hold strong and don't allow an easy basket for the Badgers.
Ball inbounded, this one to Stankowski. Now gets it to Larson. So we're just about at the 2-minute mark here. Big lead for the Badgers, 66-38. The Badgers looking to celebrate a big victory here tonight before entering their last game of the season. A roll around and a nice finish there for the Badgers.
That was a great take by Lex Larson. Spins into the low post and able to hit as he's now 3 of 5 from the floor.
Ball tipped out of bounds, gets into the corner. Now down low. Layup up and good. No and one this time for Jackson Halleck, but nonetheless, he'll go to the line for 2 free throws here as it's now a 30-point lead.
Fletcher called for the foul. Senior getting some action here for the Badgers as we see Jackson Halleck go to the line. Struggle at the charity stripe tonight for Halleck, just 0 for 4.
First free throw up and no good. Just updating you around the state, we had a top matchup as again the Badgers celebrating a victory here. We had a top matchup taking place in Lincoln as the Auburn Bulldogs currently up 54-39 on Lincoln Lutheran. So that's a big win for the Bulldogs and head coach Jim Weeks. 3 up and no good. Rebounded by the Knights. Up now to Colin Hagen. He dribbles it out, hands it to Halleck. 3, no good. Rebounded by Trey Anthony. Now kicks it back out. 3, once again, no good is Halleck. Another rebound flipped up and over the head of Colin Hagen as it looked like he was trying to keep that one in. As Halleck will check out of the game. In his place will be Carter Buell, the 6'1 sophomore. 68-33 win for the Badgers, or excuse me, 68-38 lead for the Badgers with 1:27 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Ball kicked it back up top. It's Gibson. Has a open look there. Gets it down low. Up and good. That one, Jaden Bacon, the freshman, 5'10 freshman, getting that one to go home. It's a 70-point game for the Badgers tonight.
Yeah, they get a big win over Stewart in their last game, 54-47. That's a talented Broncos team in Class D2. So a lot of momentum for the Badgers.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Going into the last game of the season, taking all that momentum, 70-38 lead here. There's a kick now to the right wing. Back up top is Gibson. He'll give it to Johnny Kruger. No good on that one was Kruger. Rebounded by the Knights, and it looks like we're going to get a substitution, just a timeout for the substitution, as Blaine Frizzell now in the contest, as well as Wyatt Fisher, Carter Buell, and then Jamison Painter, all in the contest for the Knights. The left wing, three on the way, no good. Offensive rebound, layup up and good. That one, Carter Buell getting that one to go home, the 6'1" sophomore.
Carter Buell has a lot of family members that have went through the North Central program. He's going to be another one of those good players.
And the place would have exploded had that three gone in by Johnny Kruger. But nonetheless, the Badgers take a 70-40 win over the North Central Knights here after that contest. We will take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have our post-game show. So don't go anywhere. You are watching News Channel Nebraska.
In a world filled with uncertainty, where health is our most precious gift, getting screened for cancer is a simple yet powerful act to prioritize your health. At Faith Regional Health Services, we are dedicated to offering a healthcare experience where compassion and expertise come together to offer you personalized, comprehensive care from detection to survivorship. From the moment you walk through our doors, you're embraced by a community to collaborate and guide you every step of the way. Our state-of-the-art facilities ensure early detection through cutting-edge technology and clinical trials, giving you peace of mind and a proactive approach to your well-being. Offering a wide range of cancer screenings based on your age, gender, family history, and other risk factors to a team of multi-specialty physicians, advanced care practitioners, therapists, dietitians, nurse navigators, and care coordinators. We offer a healthcare experience rooted in compassion, faith, and unwavering support. Cancer doesn't wait, and neither should you. Visit frhs.org/cancer to learn more about scheduling your cancer screenings.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Does your business need help financing big ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. And by Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said,
it wasn't. But this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or is it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Region 4 Behavioral Health, affordable, accessible, quality mental health and substance abuse services. And by Tony's Tire and Auto. For 24-hour wrecker service, call Tony's Tire and Auto in Valentine today.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you gotta check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
My name is Jesse Moore. Our 22-year-old son died from suicide. My journey with Caden's death was leading me down many dark paths, of which none included blaming God. It would have been easy, and he would have accepted it. How or why? I did not. I am not sure, other than the signs that only Jesus could have possibly controlled were put in front of me from the moment of this horrible family event. The only way I found to ease the pain of losing Caden was the time that I was able to spend in prayer with Jesus. If you are struggling, contact your local pastor or priest or call 988.
Other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. And the big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to laundry pairs to keep your clothes clean and sanitized at everyday low prices. At Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances.
Landmark Implement is your local authorized John Deere dealer. Landmark's trained and certified sales staff will help you find the right equipment for your needs, all backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. Whether it's a tractor, planter, combine, lawn and garden tractor, or gator, every piece of equipment in our inventory is ready to work hard for your operation. Landmark's team works together to make sure everything that is sold meets their quality standards. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or learn more at landmarkimp.com to experience the Landmark difference.
Valentine's Day? That's what's got y'all more shook up than James Bond's drink of choice?
Oi! Have you ever tried buying a gift for a woman? Last year, my wife said, "Don't get me anything." You got her nothing? No! Turns out I got a heartbreak.
You are talking to a world-class gift giver right here. Yeah! But whether it's a gift for your girlfriend, fiance, or wife, diamond jewelry tells a woman as beautiful as these are, they still don't compare to you.
Visit Sartor Heyman Jewelers, located in Lincoln and Grand Island.
And we are back here after the Valentine boys were able to pick up a big win, 70-40 over the Knights of North Central. And standing by down courtside is Tyler Holcomb, and he's joined by Randy Klender as well as Andon Olson of the Badgers.
Welcome back, Kepaha High School, Springview, Nebraska. So I'm joined now with head coach for the Valentine Badgers, Randy Klender. And coach, you come out tonight, you get a huge win, and you can say that figuratively and literally from the shooting performance that you got specifically in that first half. But you get to 10-10 now on the season. How big was this game going into now your final game against Gordon Rushville coming up?
We played well. We shot the ball really well. I thought we defended in the first half really well, created some pressure with our zone press, and got some runouts, led to some layups and easy baskets, and that's what we wanted. That gets us going, and then we did find a rhythm shooting the basketball. That's the best we've shot it all year.
In that third quarter, North Central was able to bring this to a 17-point game, kind of go on a little bit of a run. What'd you tell your guys in the timeout to really get them refocused and eventually get that to a 27-point lead again out of the third quarter?
Well, the message at halftime was to put the foot on the throttle and not let up. And I think we didn't catch a few passes down here in the post. We ran our offense the way it's supposed to be ran, and we just didn't. We just make the catch and the finish, and then they hit some shots, some letdowns maybe on defense, and good for them for coming out and fighting there in the third quarter and putting a little run on us. And then we took the timeout, got settled down, did change up our offense a little bit. We're trying to run a new offense against some zone, and kids are getting used to it, and we were trying it there, and it wasn't overly great.
We have Andon Olson waiting in the wings here for him being player of the game here tonight. He started a perfect 8 of 8 from the floor. He was 4 of 4 from deep at one point. Just a big game from him.
He was awesome. He really was. He's a spark plug. He keeps us going on offense. He's by far our best offensive player, and we go as he goes. And I thought he attacked the rim well early, and then as the game went on, he started to knock down some outside shots. But we want to get paint touches to begin with, and that opens things up outside, and that's what we did.
Coach Klender again joining us. Coach, good win here tonight, and good luck the rest of the way as we'll bring in your star basketball player, Andon Olson, as Andon joining us now here. And Andon, you come into tonight and you get a huge win. You get to 10-10 now on the season, but did you even realize you started 8 of 8 from the floor? Was it just the basket had to look like the ocean when you were shooting tonight?
Yeah, this court feels nice. It's just like ours. I mean, a little smaller, but felt good tonight.
You were 4 of 4 from deep. Your team in the first half goes 19 of 27 from the floor. What do you think led to just the offensive explosion, but just the efficiency that you guys had in that first half as well?
I mean, we've had a good week of practice this week. This year we've been more of a team than years past. A lot of help from younger guys.
Dominic and Tristan Bebout, I think maybe some of those younger guys that you're referring to, how big have they been in helping you guys now get to your 10th win of the season and an opportunity to get to 11-10 against a Gordon Rushville team that has struggled this year, just 0-16?
I mean, yeah, Dominic started the season starting. Tristan worked his way into it, but I grew up playing basketball with them. So, I mean, I have a lot of chemistry with them. They've been huge.
26 points tonight for you, Andon. Is this one of your better offensive performances as a Badger?
Yeah, I mean, it felt good tonight.
Andon Olson again joining us, our player of the game. 26 points and a huge win for the Valentine Badgers. Congratulations, Andon, and go enjoy the win.
Thank you.
And we are back up here. 10-10 record now for the Badgers after that win. And let's take a look at how they did it here. Top plays sponsored by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, and trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit cocurrency.com, as well as Elkhorn Valley Bank. Visit Elkhorn Valley Bank for all your banking needs. Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference. As both teams here coming into tonight looking to pick up a big win, the North Central Knights and the Valentine Badgers. It was an explosive first quarter there for the Badgers, but Mason Hagan taking the lead for the Knights after a big three. He was one of the leading scorers tonight for the Knights as he finished with 12. A nice take by our player of the game, Andon Olson, finishing with 26 points on the night. Another big three-pointer, this time courtesy of Dominic Bebout. He reached double digits as well, as that's going to be a theme as we head into. It was a 28-10 lead at the end of that first quarter. Knights were able to keep with the Badgers, courtesy of that big three-pointer, Mason Hagan once again. But again, Andon Olson, you kind of talked about it earlier. He does a great job finding the basket, making sure wide as the ocean, as Tyler said earlier. Another deep three and another make. This time, that one will be Dominic Bebout. Again, third quarter is where it started to really start going for the Knights as they cut it to as short as a 17-point lead. A big finish there from Jackson Halleck as he had a couple and ones late in that third quarter. Another deep three, this time by Cole Otten. He finished with 3 points as well, and that was what called that timeout for the Badgers. But then they were able to get the three-pointers raining once again, courtesy of Andon Olson. A nice three-pointer there. And look at that, just deep from that three-point range, Andon Olson. 26 points, not much else you can say about it, because he just seemingly could not miss tonight. And again, it wasn't just him. Isaac Cronin in the corner, 59-36 lead, now extending it to a 62-36 lead. And then one more three-pointer for the road, Tristan Bebout, finishing with 5 points on the night for the Badgers. And the Badgers were able to get a big win over the Knights, 70-40, as the Badgers move to 10-10 on the season, and the Knights fall to 8-10. And that about wraps it up here. 39-36 win for the Lady Badgers over the Lady Knights, and in the boys game, 70-40 win for the Badgers. Like to thank all of you for watching us here. Luke Stera on the play-by-play, my partner Tyler Holcomb, as well as in the truck for making all of it possible, Connor Luby, our producer, and all of our camera operators down here in Springview, Nebraska. We've got another exciting matchup tomorrow night in Lincoln, as Lincoln North Star will take on Lincoln Southwest, as it is a Battle of Lincoln. As we get to the end of the season, you're going to see a lot of those types of games, those rivalry matchups take place. But that's all from Springview, Nebraska. Once again, Luke Stera signing off here from Springview. Have a great night.
We now join regular programming on News Channel Nebraska.